Okay, come have a seat. Both of you. Damar, come. You were just here. Come back. Have a seat. Closer this way, come. Both of you. All right. So, Kanaya having to pick up your stuff means so she picks it up by her own choice. Do you end up like bothering her and bothering her and bothering her until she gives up and then she picks up your stuff?
Yes, sometimes.
Okay. Do you do that like on purpose? I mean, you must, because you just clearly understood it, yeah? Okay, and that's because you don't feel like picking it up, you said?
Yeah,
Oh no, nobody likes to pick up anything. Nobody likes to do that, but we still need to. How often does it happen, you guys?
a lot.
Damar? Happens a lot, yeah. Like, would you say like most of the time? Like mostly every day? Or would you say like one day a week? Or like what are we looking at?
Mostly every day.
Okay. How old were you when that started? Or it's just always been that way?
I don't know.
Any input, Kanaya?
Maybe like 8.
Because that's around the time that we started having expectations of Damar cleaning up after himself, right? Before that, we thought he wasn't capable and just mentally handicapped. And then we're like, yeah, I think you probably are able to do some things for yourself, you know? Pick up your own stuff, wipe your own plate, clean your own cup. So, yeah, picking up your own candy trash wrappers that you shouldn't even have in your room from sneaking things, I think qualifies as something you're probably capable of doing, right, Damar? Yes? Words. Okay. So why is it okay to make somebody else do your work? So why do you do it? I don't want to do it either. Neither does Kanaya. Kanaya, do you get excited in the morning thinking like, oh, I can't wait to clean up Damar's trash?
No.
No. Yeah, even today he was in his bed with a bag of pretzels behind his back trying to hide it, right? In a bunk bed, no less. And I was like, you're not even supposed to eat outside of the kitchen. How did you get all this up in here? So it's really just like to a level where he thinks he's unstoppable, I think. Is there any kind of exchange you guys have going for this understanding where Kanaya will, at this point, clean out for you because she's afraid of you and you'll leave her alone if she does it? Yeah.
No, it's the leave alone part. But yeah, because she just wants, she says, I'll do your stuff if you just go out.
Yeah. What is it? Some afraid, Kanaya? And that's what I had just said as well, and you're like, yeah.
It's like, I'm not like,
Yeah. Because your brains are different. Like everyone's brains are different, but you guys' brains are like a little different, you know what I mean? To where Kanaya understands and tries to get along with some of your stuff more, and she has some of her own ideas that are not the best. But when it comes to this limit and boundary that you're pushing on her, Even though she does that to me sometimes too in her own way. She does not want to be doing it, right? But she doesn't see a way out of you doing this behavior. You know, they're sharing a space just like we are here, yet yours is closer. And you keep on doing the same stuff and you end up breaking her down. And I also think you're aware of that, right, Demar? Where is please? It's very dark in here. We're having a chill vibe. If we can all participate in it, it's nice to have a chill vibe, right? I'm gonna need your words. Okay. So when you know you're doing something like that, why do you do it? Don't give me the answer you want me to hear or you think I want. Like what's your brain saying? Like I'm not gonna clean this up, so
My brain doesn't say anything.
well, I don't mean it talks to you. I mean like what's your thinking? What's your thoughts behind it?
Just she'll just say.
So what would happen if she started just saying no? And if you kept bothering her and bothering her and bothering her, like when she's trying to rest or take a nap or have some quiet time and she said, hey, I need some quiet time, and you keep throwing the ball at her bed or the door or the wall or your basketball hoop when you know she's asked you for some quiet time, what do you think she should do after that? What do you think she should do after that? Because you don't listen to no and you don't respect boundaries. And not like what you think the right answer is, but like me as Demar, like what would actually work for me? Come again? I don't understand.
Like listen. Like listen to what I said too if I need to talk to him.
Right, but if that would have worked with him just listening to what you said, we wouldn't have this conversation right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there'd be no need for it. So what do you think would actually work with the way that you know your brain works? So we know that Demar keeps going and going and going, right, until he gets a firm stop. So what would work for that in that situation? Because what we've just said is that, oh my gosh, pause guys. I will never live next to another fire station in my life. So what we said is that you've been told no and that nobody wants to clean up, but you say you're especially not wanting to pick up after yourself. So you bother her and bother her and bother her until she breaks down and does what you want every time. And so she's afraid of you at that point with it because you've done it so many times that she's exhausted and can't say no. So what do you think would be a good thing for her to do in that situation? Because you're a bully to her, right? So what's a good thing to do? She should not answer you? You're saying? She shouldn't answer you? But she's trying to sleep and have peace and you keep messing with her, right? She should just ignore you and maybe they'll go away? Is that what you're saying? Is it worth a try? Has it worked before, Kanaya?
Like not even saying anything that I need peace.
So we're talking about when you say, like, I'm going to take a nap, I need some quiet time, or something like that, right? And you're going to your room. And then Damar follows you to your room, and he won't leave you alone.
That's just gonna make it worse. No.
And then he says you should just ignore him. So what happens if you just ignore him?
He's not gonna know. But I need quiet.
Hmm?
That's not gonna work because he's not gonna know I need the quiet time.
You will have already said it because we just laid out the situation. Right?
Yeah.
So then what happens?
I guess we can try it.
You've never just ignored him when he bothers you?
Well, like, it's like I tell him that I need him to be quiet or go read a book or something, but like then I'm trying to sleep, but no, not really.
Is it possible to ignore him when he's doing what he's doing and you're in a rest mode?
No, not really. Unless I put earplugs in.
And you guys do have child-size earplugs that are foam and meant for factories, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you need to use those. I use them. Do you think that you would eventually leave her alone if she ignored you? Or would you get worse and worse?
Well, I don't know. I might get worse and worse.
I think that's realistic, probably.
Another thing I could do is just not go in the room.
Yeah, respect people's space. Or read a book like she said she told you. Do a quiet activity.
Yeah, I like books. That's where that book was best.
Yeah. So why, when she wants to have quiet time for her energy, do you want to bother her just then?
No.
Think about it for a minute. Like, this person is resting right now. I gotta bother him. The same way that when you first wake up in the morning and it's a weekend, you still wake Penelope out of bed, take her out of Kanaya's bed, but don't take her potty. You just gotta wake everybody up. The same way that just before you went to Aurora, you used to hop out of your bunk bed and wake the whole apartment up, right? So I know things have changed since people have been looking at you the past month and a half, but we're talking about before that. We're talking about realistically how things are. And is there anything else Kanaya should do? If her brother's bullying her and he won't stop?
That's all I could think. That's all I could think of.
I think maybe standing up for herself, and if it gets scary, then tell mom. I think that's kind of where we're at. I can't say just go to mom right away, because you both do some of the same things. You do the lying and the tricking, right? So I would like you to try to handle it on your own first. But if something, escalates, then I will step in. But Kanaya said that that's the reason that she puts those little trash things into her purses, her collection of purses, is that she's done picking up her room stuff, and then she's tired, and then you make her pick up your room stuff, the trashes, and then she just shoves them in her purses to be done with it. Did you know that, Tamar?
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
There's also sometimes I see her having snacks that she eats and puts in her purse.
Mm-hmm. Has there been any recent times that either of you have gotten into the dresser in mom's closet?
No.
For the high chews?
No.
Because those are the ones that I write little notes on, like the I love you notes and stuff, and put in your backpacks, the candy, right? And I haven't done that recently because of all the issues we've had. So I just let that be there. But then I keep finding the high chew wrappers in your room, and I'm like, that's weird. I haven't given you guys any recently. Maybe it's the same person who got into my purse and stole money. I don't know. Does anybody want to talk about it?
Last time I had the high chews in my room was when that party we had.
I found literally one on your bed like yesterday when I cleaned your room, and more underneath your pillowcases. Do you want to try again?
That's the last time I had high chews.
Well, I don't know. Someone's framing you, or if you're not telling me the truth, but I found them there, and I found at least one wrapper in your guys' laundry that I put in the trash there. So, somebody's really been going for the high chews, even though they're only in my closet.
No, I haven't gotten it either. I had some in my purple dog, but they're not in there anymore.
Yeah, you guys have your own treats and your own snackies. That's why, like, once a week when we go to Dollar Tree, you get your family-sized candy and your family-sized chips, right? And then we buy the house chips too, so that you stay out of whatever I have that's mine. You guys understand that everyone that is not you, they're entitled to have their own stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, like, that girl's ring you said you stole earlier, that's her ring, and that's hers and not yours. And then when I buy something and it's mine, or I'm given something and then it becomes mine, someone freely gives it to me out of goodwill, then it's mine, right? But that means that it is not yours. Does that make sense to you? So it only becomes yours if it's given to you, or you buy it with your own earned money. And that's how it works for everybody in the world. So why, when things are shiny or pretty or you want it, you just feel like it's okay to grab it? I can't relate to that, so help me understand.
Because it just looks pretty in the moment, and I don't think of how other people might feel, or if it's like really important to someone.
How about you, Demar?
I don't think about anything. I just do it.
And then after it's done, what do you think about?
I think about it, about why I shouldn't have done that.
Does that come up when mom asks you why you did that? Or some grown up you're talking to asks you about it?
It would that come up like that I shouldn't do it.
What's that?
Like, I'm confused. Do you mean like when like what that I shouldn't do that?
Yeah, when you said you have thoughts after you've done something impulsive, like stealing, then you have thoughts after, like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Are you having those thoughts on your own, or are they influenced by a grown-up saying, hey, you shouldn't have done that, why did you do this?
On my own.
Okay. And then what do you do with that feeling or thought?